Welcome to my virtual space. Today I want to talk about my experience with the pain and what I've learned from it. About 12 years ago, I heard two different people saying that if you stop taking the drugs, the pills, and you just stay with the pain, you can transcend it. Well, since pain has been my companion for a few good years, I've been experiencing joint pain, especially wrists and knees, but also elbows, back pain, bone pain, and menstrual pain since adolescence. And it did make my life experience more difficult than it would have been without the pain. And also because when I heard about this transcending pain thing, I was already liberated of my joint, back, and bone pain. This has happened when I was 30 years old. I joined some hatha yoga classes, and in spite of the fact that I joined them at the end of the autumn and the beginning of the winter, when the joint, bone, and back pain was the most present in my life, this type of pain disappeared while I was attending these classes. So being liberated of this type of pain gave me the confidence to try and stay with the pain and see if I can transcend the menstrual pain. So what I didn't take, when the pain came, I didn't take the ibuprofen, but instead, because I did not understand what it meant to stay with the pain, I tried to resist with the pain. I clenched my teeth, my fists, and I resisted with the pain. I was thinking that if I will be able to resist long enough, the pain will go away, maybe. So I resisted and I resisted, but the more I was resisting, the more my body became more tensioned, more contracted, more squeezed. It like this. When I was feeling the pain, my body had a tendency to do this, and the more the body was squeezing itself and increasing the tension, the deepest was the pain, was becoming the pain. So instead of getting to the point where the pain will disappear, the pain become deeper and deeper and deeper, and I managed to resist for about 7 hours. But after that, my body couldn't take the pain anymore, and I fainted. I woke up on the kitchen floor, and I I noticed that I wasn't hurt in any way, but the menstrual pain was still with me. Not disappeared, not even become more easy to handle, to stay with. So I got up from the floor. I took my two ibuprofens because yes, I got to the point where sometimes I needed to take two ibuprofens at a time in order to be able to dissipate the pain. Sometimes the pain will not completely go away but will become more bearable. So yes, I needed sometimes to take two ibuprofen pills at once in order to be able to handle the pain and go through the day and perform at the level that I was expected to perform. So, getting back to my tentative of transcending pain, I took the two ibuprofens and I gave up the idea of transcending pain because I lost my faith that I can do it. So for a few good years, this was out of question for me. But in December of 2021, without previously making a decision about this, when my menstrual pain started, in the moment I decided to not take the ibuprofen and try again to stay with the pain. I was listening already some music that was calming to me. I don't remember exactly, but it was either mantras from Deva Primal, either Jean-Michel Jarre Waiting for Cousteau, because this was what I was listening the most back then, still listening nowadays. And this time, observing the pain and observing my body, I noticed when I feel the knife of the pain, I noticed that my body is doing this. And what I did when my body was doing this and contracted, I breathed and relaxed. And my body was doing this. And I was doing this. And I kept doing this for a while. And at some point, I started here in my mind, I think it was from a guided meditation that I was probably listening sometime in the past. I'm not sure, but I think so. I heard like Deepak's voice saying things like, I'm not the body, I'm not the pain. The body isn't me, the pain isn't me. The pain isn't good, the pain isn't bad. The pain is just an experience that I am observing. And this has gone a few times through my mind. And at some point, I got into a state that I don't really know how to describe. I was feeling the pain, but in the same time, not feeling the pain. Like I was being able to observe the pain in my body, but in the same time, I was not feeling overwhelmed by it. I really don't know how to describe it. Just like this, it's like you watch a movie and you can feel it, but it doesn't hurt you. I don't know. It's obviously it's pain. It's hurt, but when I put in my mind that the pain it's not bad, it's not mine, it's just an experience that I didn't put it, actually it came to my mind, but yeah, it's just an experience that I am observing, and also with the breathing and with the relaxing of the body, I got to this state where I could stay with the pain and not being overwhelmed, not being bothered by the pain. And I kept doing this for a little bit, and then something even more amazing happened. The pain started to get less intense, and then it dissipated. At first I could not believe this, but for a few minutes it didn't came back. However, after a few minutes it came back. But when I noticed it came back, again I started doing the breathing and relaxing the body, and now consciously and yes, by my own decision, I was telling myself in my mind that the pain is just an experience that I am observing. And every time I was doing this, the pain was dissipating again, and then again was coming back, and then again was dissipating. And I went like this, I don't know for how long, but that day I was able to stay with the pain without taking the ibuprofen. Actually, that month I went through my menstruation without ibuprofen. The next month, it was easier. When the pain came, my body didn't quickly get into the tension, squeezing state, and I was bringing in my mind that pain isn't me, pain is just an experience that I am observing. And then the pain was going, and when after some time was coming back, I was saying this in my mind and again going. And then the next month, the pain did not come. I could not believe this. All the time of my period, I was like somewhat expecting it to come and could not believe that it's not coming. But well, it was a good result. It did not come. So, am I free of pain now? Not really. I did have several consecutive months without pain, but I also had months when the pain came back. However, I did not take ibuprofen or other painkillers, nothing to help with the pain, since December of 2021. And also, I noticed that the pain is coming back when there is agitation. Is this a word in English? When there is agitation in my mind and in my body. When I can't bring inner peace, not only here, but also in the body, the pain comes back. And depending on the level of the torment that I host inside, it's easier or more difficult to dissipate the pain. If I manage to bring the inner peace back quickly, then the pain dissipates and doesn't come back. If the torment inside is heavy and I can't reinstate the peace and keep it, then the pain comes, dissipates, comes back again, because every time when the torment is in the body and also in the mind, or on one of them, but usually they go together, the pain also comes back. So this is what I've learned from my experience with the pain. I am confident now that when I will be able to stabilize, to make my inner peace last, I can actually be pain-free. I hope that my experience can help other people that struggle with the pain to become, why not pain-free? Maybe quicker than I am able to. Thank you for watching. May you have a wonderful life experience. Peace and light.